Hello there, Mr. Smith and Mr. Kobayashi. Thank you guys for coming here today. I'm glad that you guys are open to the concept of mediation and willing to hopefully resolve your guys' issue at hand. Um, so, everything we're going to be discussing here today is going to be confidential, just so that you guys know. It is my understanding that you guys have come to a dispute over some sort of pesticides or something that has been used within your property lines, and your trees and koi fish and things of that sort have been affected, right? Um, what I would like to go over is that I'm going to allow you guys both to speak. You guys will be both given a chance to give your side of the story. And if you can make sure to turn off your electric devices. This is a great facility over here. We have some bathrooms around the corner. And yeah, so the reason that we're here today is because you guys could not reach a decision about the way you guys want to resolve this, and obviously the court has told you guys to come here. To start, each of you will have a turn to speak without the other one being able to interrupt. I also advise you guys to not speak over each other, because that makes it difficult for us to get anything done, and as well for me to really understand what the other person is trying to convey. We will take time for you to find resolutions that truly meet your needs and will be workable. We'll record the decisions in a written agreement, and you will both have to sign them. Now, who would like to first explain to me what the issue is, or their side of the story, really?
I would.
Okay.
So basically, I live with my dad, and he's 86 this year. He doesn't speak English, so I'm basically his translator in the house. And Mr. Smith moved in a couple years ago, and it was okay until some strange things have happened. Like, he climbed over into our fence and then smashed one of our cameras.
So you're telling me he actually climbed over the fence?
Yeah, so we have a gate, and because there's security numbers, and he couldn't get in.
Okay.
So he climbed over. We had the security cameras, and we saw everything. Climbed over, and then with the bat, smashed. And
did you see him specifically smash?
We have a camera that saw everything. Yeah, we have another camera. We have 2 cameras.
All right. Yeah. So continue.
And so yeah, that happened. And then what's worse was he killed our fish in the koi pond, our koi fish. They all cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's more meaningful to us than just about the money. And also the trees, the apple trees, the cherry trees, they all died because he did something to it. Mm-hmm. They were perfectly fine before, and now they just all died, and I'm really mad. My dad, he's so depressed over, his garden just got completely destroyed because of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it seems that this garden, it has some sort of meaning to it. Would you like to elaborate on that? What is so special about this garden aside from just a couple trees or whatever?
So I lived in this house for my life. I was born here, and my parents, they really make this place our home. Mm-hmm. And then, we're from Japan, so we decided to have our garden, to have like the koi pond that's really meaningful in our culture, and so it's just a beautiful place, and it just feels like home. And now it just destroyed. It just crushed our heart.
So it seems you're really upset about this.
Very, and my dad especially. He's very sad about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, have you guys tried to resolve this before? Have you what tactics have you? How have you tackled this? Like, how have you tried to resolve this in the past?
Well, when he smashed our cameras, I went to his house and I want to talk to him. He'd be like, "Hey, you know what? Why did you do that? It's a violation and it's crossing over our property,
Mm-hmm.
you know." And also, he seems like a violent guy. He smashed our cameras, and when I tried to talk to him, he was trying to like threaten me and my dad.
In what way would you have felt threatened though? What did he do that made you feel threatened?
Climbing over into our property, that just like that's number one, first of all.
Climbed?
Climbed over to our fence, smashed our cameras.
Oh,
When
wow.
I tried to talk to him, he's trying to like physically harm us, me and my dad. And third is that he poisoned our trees and killed our fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else you would like to get out on the table? Anything you feel that we haven't really covered in what's really happened in the past?
I'm just really angry, and I just hope that there is a resolution, and hope that he can understand what my dad and I are going through right now, and give an explanation why he's doing all of this to us. We did nothing to him, so I want an explanation. And I want him to fix it.
Okay. Mr. Smith, would you like to elaborate on how it has gone down for you?
I think that everything that he said is not true at all. I will tell you what actually has been going on and what has actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that they, first of all, have been invading my privacy with their cameras. And it has ruined my life right now.
How do you feel they have invaded your privacy?
They have invaded my privacy because they have cameras that are facing my bathroom, facing my entire house, and it is my private property. They have no right to do that. They're invading my stuff. They also reported me to the police and told them that I was some sort of drug dealer, which is beyond crazy and not true. And
so
I got arrested. I got arrested for it. It is ridiculous because it is based on some anonymous tip and all this kind of stuff that they had no proof of, but I was arrested for it.
But you're telling me you feel as though you were framed, or however you would like to put it, but you have no way of actually...
It was the Kobayashis.
It was an anonymous tip,
It was the Kobayashis. I know, because they are out to get me.
100%.
And they...
Hold on. You have no way of 100% proving it was them, so you can't make accusations. However, someone obviously did tip you in that direction, correct?
Yeah, and it was the Kobayashis. And I got arrested.
Okay.
And I was then fired because I was arrested. So I was fired from my job. On top of that, I lost the custody battle that I had with my ex for my kids.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So this has ruined my life. So yeah, I went over there and I smashed their camera that was facing my bathroom window. Like, I feel that is 100% okay because I'm sick of it. And after what they did to me and ruined my life, and then now they're continuing it. And so I went over there and I smashed their camera. It was facing my property. It was invading my privacy. It's like, that's illegal what they were doing.
Okay. So and I can see that you guys haven't come here to resolve that issue. So that's like on a side note, really. your
No, it's not
what
on
the
the side,
main
no.
concern is really is the plants. And can you explain to me how
I don't understand why
that
we're even
happened?
here for that, because I have no idea why the DA is charging me for vandalism.
Mhm.
I heard from the other neighbors that they are trying to blame me for damaging their yard. Because months ago, weeks ago, I one time sprayed Roundup weed killer all in my yard, and apparently they're claiming that that day is the day that I killed all of their plants, all of their stuff.
And this weed killer, what kind of grade was it? Was it like industrial grade, or was it just for
normal backyard stuff that you put
Mhm.
because there's a weed problem in our whole neighborhood? So I was just spraying it away, and they claim that I got it in his father's eyes, that I killed their fish, which is crazy because there's not even any fish in that pond. There's no fish in there. There never has been. I've lived here for years, and there's never been any fish in that little tiny shallow pond.
So you're telling me you've never seen any fish?
No. There were no fish in there. So the fact that they're trying to get me to buy the koi is ridiculous. But on top of that, I don't understand why they're claiming that I damaged their yards at all. Because I just sprayed some of the Roundup weed killer, and that was it. And it was on my side of the lawn. I had to spray some towards the fence where there were some weeds, but that was it. I have no idea why the district attorney is charging me, but I'm trying to fight again for custody for my kids, and this is making my life horrible. Dealing with them, living next to them, has caused so much stress and so much on my life.
So how do you feel about the issue you have with your family? How has that affected you?
Horrible. I've been depressed. I've been just trying to put together all of the pieces of my life again. It's horrible. I don't know what else to do. I'm trying everything. So yeah, I went over, I smashed his camera. And then after I heard, I have such a huge heart, and I'm such a good person. And when I heard what happened to them about their yard from the other neighbors, I tried to go over there to confront him because he's claiming that I did this. After they already claimed all this other stuff, got me arrested before. So I went over there to talk to Mr. Gobayashi, senior, not junior right here, senior, because that's who owns the house and his property. I went over to talk to him, and he won't ever talk to me.
Well, my dad doesn't understand English.
So I'm stuck talking to him, and
I live in the house too.
He is so hard to deal with, and I went over to talk to him, and I went over there trying to just clear the air about their yard and everything and see what the hell's going on. And he is doing some crazy martial arts stuff and like threatening me. And it's ridiculous.
And what kind of martial arts stuff was he doing?
He was doing some kicks and like doing all this stuff, like threatening me, saying that to back away.
Okay. Well, so let's regroup.
So on top of that,
how do you see yourself coming out of this? What do you see a resolution? How do you see mediation resolving what your issue is right now?
I am still concerned about my invasion of privacy. I want all of their cameras taken down. And I would love to not have to go over there and beat his ass because I don't want to get arrested again.
See? Violent behavior.
I am going through a rough time, and I almost beat his ass the other day, but I didn't.
Are you claiming me? I'm doing martial arts. I'm threatening you.
How do you feel about the situation that occurred in the garage? What exactly occurred on your behalf, on your expense?
I was doing my own training in my own garage. This guy marched over during my training, getting so close, and I thought he was going to attack me, over the incidents for what happened. He smashed my cameras, and then You know, I come over to his house and I want to talk to him, and he was mad for accusing him. So I thought it was because of that he wants to come over and just punch me. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but I did not touch him though. I was self-defense mode.
So it seems that you two have never gone physical with one another.
No, but I don't want it to get to that point because I'm not going to go to jail.
And that's why we're here.
I have my kids. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys have chosen to come here and try resolving this issue. It seems like you are very misunderstood. Can you see where he's coming from, where maybe your cameras are invading his space a little bit if they're looking directly towards his bathroom? You know, that might be a little invasive.
It's not really towards the bathroom. I think he just looking at the camera, that it seems like it's facing him, from the bathroom, but it is not. It's
so how would you say the cameras are positioned? And
it is not towards his bedroom or the bathroom. No, it is towards his yard, and I know that because why would I point my camera towards your bathroom? You know,
that's not true.
It's for security reasons because my dad, he's old. You know, when I'm out of the house, it's for security reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you see? What would you like to come out of this mediation with? Like, how would you see this being resolved?
I just want this little asshole to behave and not ever come to our house and or act so violent and motherfucking crazy, you know. And I have a professional job, you know, but I cannot deal with this. And he needs to either get the fuck out or yeah.
Okay, well, so from what I've gathered, it seems that you feel like your privacy is being invaded, and you feel like things are just not being communicated properly, and you're obviously really upset about the fact that your garden that means so much to you has been ruined.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
What exactly can you see? How can you see that being fixed? Is there a price on how you want it to be fixed?
First of all, there's no price. Why? Because the fish, 9 of them, were killed, and each of them was a birthday gift to my mother, who have just passed away. So for the past 9 years, every year we'll give our mom a koi fish. You know, so that is very meaningful. And all of a sudden, this guy moved in and then killed our fish. Not only our fish, you know, our memories for our mom and our trees, our representation of our family, just being completely bashed by this little fucker. So.
Okay. And how can you see this being resolved? What can you do about these fish or the trees or anything? Like, what do you want out of it? So for you, it's not the money.
No.
I am not going to pay for the fish. Because
you don't want to pay anything.
Bullshit. Yes, you are.
You're not willing to pay anything?
No. I am not willing to pay for the fish because the fish do not exist, first of all. Second of all, I, under the goodness of my heart, have tried to go up there to apologize, even though I don't think this is my fault. I've tried to go up there and apologize many times. I have offered $500 of my own money, even though I have no job right now and lost my kids. I've offered up $500 because I feel bad that you think that I did this. And they don't want to take that. So I'm not going to pay whatever they told me, $3,500, to replace the fish and all the other things that are crazy. So
what are you willing to do?
Pay $500 because I will still say I'm willing to give you $500 and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Take down the cameras and leave me alone. Stop blaming me for stuff. I won't use the Roundup weed killer.
Well, you see, you would like the cameras to be completely taken down. You put the cameras for the safety of your father, correct? So can you see maybe moving the cameras to a different area, and can you see maybe you paying a little more than 500, but not quite 3,500, maybe like 1,100, because obviously you guys can't come to a conclusion here.
Like I said, it's not about the money. I want him to replace everything that has been
You
destroyed.
want him to personally replace everything?
Yes, that's what I
don't
want
have
him to
the
do.
time for that. I can't keep doing that. I can't take the time for this, or I don't have the money to do that, and I'm not going to do it for something that I did not do.
So you're going to destroy my house, not going to fix it?
Yeah.
Like.
Well, listen. So, I would like to maybe use some I statements, because obviously we can't come to an agreement, an understanding, maybe even a resolution. But at least I would like to get you two to state how you feel, how this whole situation has made you feel using an I statement, and describe to each other how you feel. And Mr. Kobayashi, you may go first.
Well, I feel I'm being secretly threatened by this dude.
What? By you're feeling secretly threatened? What was that?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that, please?
I'm
it's not
feeling
funny.
Because he, climbed to our fence, and yeah.
So the word was.
Right.
You're racist. Are you saying that? Relax.
Who's racist?
Shh. Order. So I would like to just give me one word. I statement. How do you feel? What's the main feeling?
How do I feel?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you feel? I want you to describe to her how you're
How I feel about him?
I mean,
or
him.
I feel
yes,
about
him.
About the
whole situation, but I want you to describe to him so he can understand where you're coming from. Go.
I feel like this is so fucked up, and it's not supposed to happen, and this asshole
relax. No using
admit
derogatory terms such as that.
And
please, keep everything calm. Continue.
Whatever. I feel I'm being betrayed.
Betrayed. Okay, thank you. Mr. Smith. Using an I statement, please describe to me how you feel.
I feel frustrated because I am being blamed for something that I did not do several times now. It's a series of events coming from them that is ruining my life, and I need them to just leave me alone. I need them to take down the cameras that are facing my house, and I need them to leave me alone. And I am not going to pay for their damage that is a lie.
Okay. Well, it seems our time for today is up, but we will meet again in 2.5 weeks, and hopefully at that point in time we can come to a resolution. Everyone agreeing? Everyone in agreement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Take care.
Yeah, I don't know how to